tumefika ile mwaka mwezi July.
When the cold month.
Si hapa ndio watu wanaanzanga hey stranger.
Yeah, I'm about to respond to messages za January. I'm like, sorry, my phone was charging.
Can I invite you guys to a sleeping pill party?
No. My suggestion is Snowball Mourinho. Yeah, let's suggest baby names for Mariah. For guys on Spotify, Mariah
Snowball Mourinho makes sense because atakuwa na ball.
Yeah, June 25th. One, I want to say a big round of applause to everyone who showed up.
Honestly.
But maybe we can discuss the aftermath. Wait, your craziest parties are the parties in my house?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Like that night, everyone got tattoos. I was just, tunafanya nini?
Those are the craziest nights.
Imagine.
Hey, good for you, bro. Those were such regular nights, bro.
What?
Yeah.
So you didn't call me for the real parties? Over 26. This is
the Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26. Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.
What up, my name is Chaxy, the mastermind, your main guy, the Lord Chaxy, the brew from Mariah is around, the amazing Mwass is around, the whole gang is around, episode 273,
We are circling back. We are circling back.
What name of the pod is that?
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
so we are...
Mic check!
Perfect.
Kuna insomnia na unaset alarm.
True though, like if you have insomnia, why do you need an alarm?
Please.
What for?
An alarm is a reminder.
For what?
For what? You've not slept. You don't be too bad of anything.
It's not a wake-up call.
Okay, so you need an
Evidently.
alarm for... Okay, what exactly is the
I'd
alarm
set
for?
an alarm for 10 to start thinking about work.
Start
So
thinking
before
about
all
what-
this time that you haven't slept, what are you thinking about?
Yes.
Sleeping.
So if you stay up all night, so what exactly is going on? Like, are you watching a movie? Are you on your
No,
phone?
nothing. You toss and turn. Your phone gets tired. If you have something playing.
Your phone gets tired.
Yeah, scroll mpaka tu unaiweka kando.
Reading a book.
When was the last time I bought a book? It's been a minute. But
Have you tried rain sounds?
naonanga hizo ni crazy.
Rain sounds just go to Jangwani, bro. So, how many hours did you sleep last night?
I think a combined total of 2.
Combined
Total of 2
hours.
Because it's just maybe 20 minutes snooze, alafu you wake up like, it was 3:44.
20 minutes snooze.
It was 3:44, alafu nasifili umelala, alafu naamka ni 3:46.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you just unamka tu, like you just you just wake up by yourself.
I can't explain the feeling of lacking sleep is weird because uko tu. And then you have nothing to do, so you just...
Yeah, that's because I'm going to ask, so what do you do all that? Because were you busy during the day?
Not that busy.
Damn. Hapana.
That is a crazy life.
Anyway, I already told you what to do, so...
I mean, so you told what Mwass to do. You're also here. We are suggesting baby names. How many months are you in? How many months in? 3 months? Okay, may I suggest...
20 minutes.
I suggest,
a combined total of 2 hours.
Okay, I suggest Snowball Mourinho.
I endorse it. Done.
My suggestion is Snowball Mourinho. Yeah, let's suggest baby names for Mariah. For guys on Spotify, Mariah
Snowball
is
Mourinho
pregnant.
makes sense because atakuwa na ball.
Oh!
Alafu Snowball pia iko na ball.
Buzz, bro. Buzz, Snowball Mourinho. Anyone else has a suggestion? Do you have a mic? Yeah. Let's go. Let's suggest baby names for Mariah. Guys on Spotify, Mariah is pregnant.
Checkmate Owinye.
Checkmate Owinye.
That one's already taken.
Na babako.
Exactly. That was already taken. Maybe it was junior.
Checkmate Owinye.
We had to add the JR.
Yeah, why not?
Show, yeah.
Jurist.
I think I'll have to go with Sylvanas.
Actually, you're actually on point. That's crazy.
Sylvanas?
My great-grandfather is called, but it's Ugandan, Serwano, but in English they call it Silvano. So you're actually quite on brand.
So
That's dope.
Sylvanas Checkmate Owinye.
Sylvanas
Checkmate
checkmate.
or win.
Yani
You're actually quite on brand. I don't mind that.
unaweza kuwa tu na jina yenye the last 4 letters ni Ernest. Mimi naweza
No, but at least it's silver, so we thank the Lord.
kata hii episode hapa.
Ernest is silver.
Silvanas.
Hey, my goodness. Mwass suggestion. What are you going with?
Give me time.
You're
Let
thinking.
me set an alarm. So I start thinking of baby names after thinking about work.
Oh, God.
Damn, bro. Yeah, but what have you guys been up to?
Other than creating content and just spending time with
When are we
family.
seeing this content?
I just
You're
posted it
always
yesterday
creating,
on
bro.
TikTok.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw a
If
set.
it's
Was it the
TikTok,
CeraVe one?
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that
Posted
one.
it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, but also just spending time with family. My grandma leaves this Friday, so
Mm.
I'm excited to at least spend a few more weeks with her. I mean, rather a few more days. I say weeks, a few more days with her. So yeah.
Okay. Mwass?
Me, I have been up. I haven't been up too much.
Yeah.
Just life too.
But so what is your doctor saying about this, the sleeping thing?
The sleeping thing, Alniambia, based on the meds I'm taking, they change your habits. Alafu, I think because I've come to a slow stop this year, I'd always been busy, so I'd get tired and sleep. Then I'm now not busy. And then now I'm back to being busy. So I think it's just my body recalibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the schedule like now? Like you're back being busy, or you're almost like you're getting
Almost
you're
back.
working towards being busy.
I'm mid-busy.
Yeah.
Is mid-busy a word?
You could be.
Hey.
Averagely busy.
Like today I have this engagement and I have a 1 hour meeting in the afternoon and that's my day.
No,
That is
you
not
need to
busy.
find activity.
Bro, how can that be busy?
See, I'm busy!
But Mwass has a podcast recording, a 1 hour meeting.
1 hour meeting
That's
in
the
the
whole day, bro.
afternoon.
And that's busy.
That's busy.
No, you need to find activity, Mwass.
See, the 1 hour.
No, like you need to find activity.
Yeah, I think leaving the house is a good idea.
Si Dadion alikuambia utoke kwa nyumba.
Maze.
Because now you're going back, you've gone back to spending too much time in the house as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't mind, you can pelekea daddy in this TV. That's an activity.
The UN says anamkanga tu na drive.
Yeah, that's
Imagine it's
and
good
it's
for you.
fine.
Yeah.
So there's time that I just leave the house when I was still living on Thika Road. And then I just drive in the nicest estates. I just go to Roslyn. I drive around. Sometimes I just go to Karen, Runda. I drive around. Loresha. I'm like,
Interesting.
damn, this is the dream.
People are living.
Yeah, and that was nice because it helps.
Yeah.
It just helps. It juggles your mind.
True.
But staying in the house every day, bro. Hey, Mwass, I don't know how you do
Now
it.
with my bro, it makes sense because
Your bro locks
No,
himself
leave
in
your
his
bro.
room,
We're talking
making
about
music that
you.
he'll never release.
Damn.
Bro.
Am I lying?
Woo. Hata
I
hata
don't know,
mimi
bro.
nichuna sita kudanganya.
Am I
So it's two people in the house who are not even communicating with each other.
We are
I'm sure you guys
communicating.
talk when it's lunchtime,
I doubt it.
and it's kuna food.
Exactly.
which is a message. You guys send each other messages in the same house.
That's wild.
And because we have two different sleeping patterns. Okay, he has a pattern, I don't.
No, he's a
He's
normal
fine.
human being. He sleeps. Then there's you. But it's crazy, bro. I don't know. Maybe you need to have a conversation with the doctor. 'cause
I'll figure it
it's
out.
No,
not normal.
you just need activity.
I
Well,
do
that's
have
what
activity.
worked for me anyway. You need activity.
What did you do?
So I told you, first of all, how you're taking those meds is wrong. Let's just start with
Mariah,
that.
I can't listen to you over my doctor.
Sawa.
It just
Same.
can't.
Sawa.
Any my doctor aniambia just
Okay,
before
what are the meds? Let me Google. Let's see what-
Melatonin.
melatonin.
So
You
let me
can't
ask
take them
ChatGPT.
ati sahi alafu unapanda kitanda. You're supposed to take them prior to you going to bed. That's like an hour to before
I'll
bed.
check.
The last time I took
What?
it out, I don't think I can remember the next 5 minutes.
Melatonin.
Melatonin. Bro, doctors in the comments. So general guidelines for taking melatonin. Timing for sleep onset, falling asleep, take 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. For jet lag, take it at your target bedtime in the new time zone for a few days after arrival. For delayed sleep phase disorder, take 2 to 3 hours before your
Nani
desired
alikwambia
bedtime.
niko na delayed sleep phase
It
disorder?
no, it is. If you're not sleeping for days on end,
Not days. Hey. I'm not that
It's
German
been like
guy.
that for a while.
it's been exactly. It's
Uh,
not like
dosage,
it's a one-off.
Start low, 0.3 milligrams to
Didn't I
1
tell you
milligram is
that?
often enough. Typical dose range, 0.5. Mwangi just pops the whole thing.
I told you.
It's like he's taking a molly, bro.
See, hata moli na kunanga nusu. Well, I just listened to what my doctor said. Aliniambia just before bed, when you feel like going to sleep, pop one and then relax. Put your phone down.
Yours
So when
is-
you pop
yours
one,
is,
what happens? You sleep immediately?
No.
I don't recall the sleeping bit, but now I'm kanga late.
Wait, you'd pop a pill and you won't recall what time you slept.
Yeah, because maybe I'd pop, maybe let's say at 10 p.m.
Bro.
Alafu
This is like me going to the club. I remember going to the club. But I
Yeah,
don't
now
remember leaving.
imagine.
no,
Bro.
I'd pop at 10, but I wouldn't know at Nililala 10:15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
But
pop
then
at 10.
would it be gradual or it would take time?
It would be very gradual, but feels very intense.
Yes, because it's literally shutting you down to sleep like by force.
I don't know, Brad. I don't know why I can't wrap my head around the idea that I have to forcefully get drugs to shut down my system.
but that's
it sounds
a
scary in
supplement.
my head.
Can
It's
I
a
invite you guys to a
supplement.
sleeping pill party?
No.
No, I'll pass. Those days are gone. Those days are
I come
gone,
to the party, but I
seriously.
can guarantee I don't need the pills to sleep.
You'll watch us.
No, I'll just watch
Yeah,
you niggas
takwasha
struggle.
lala.
Yeah, I'll have slept. 10 p.m. I'm already yawning. 10:30 I'm in bed.
I just don't miss the yearning for it anymore. Like
For sleep.
no, not sleep, the pills. Because I also don't want to get hooked on them.
You can't get hooked on melatonin. It's a supplement. It's not sleeping pills.
But I can't take you seriously when you
yeah.
talk science.
But I mean,
You just
but-
read it.
but can't you be dependent then?
You can be
On
dependent.
melatonin.
You can be dependent on anything that solves like a thing for you.
Yeah.
What is dependency? It's like you can be dependent on drinking alcohol, what you call addiction, because maybe the way you deal with stress is you take
That's how you
alcohol.
release,
So
yeah.
then you become dependent. Anytime you're stressed, you take alcohol. So for Mwangi,
yeah.
if you can't, if you can't, what is it called? If you can't build the that word I'm looking for your body to naturally fall asleep, then you'll just become dependent on it because each time you say have an early morning and you want to sleep, you just have to pop a pill because your body can't sleep until you pop a pill.
And
That's
you know-
dependency.
Me, from what I know, or rather from what worked for me, I know melatonin is supposed to fix your sleeping pattern. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to depend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you take it properly, just do what you're supposed to do. In like 2 weeks, your sleep pattern is back and you sleep without the meds.
So how do you wear off the meds? Like how does the body get to the point where the body can shut down without taking the meds? If
Because it fixes the pattern. It literally, what's the word? But from what I understand is melatonin is
I
like,
love when you start with those disclaimers.
yeah, from what I, yes.
Because like I understand nothing.
Like it's supposed, it's, there's,
Yeah.
that means there's whatever, there's something that's lacking in your body and you taking this supplement induce your melatonin to be produced in your
get
body
you,
so
yeah.
that you fall asleep.
Yeah.
So when you take this supplement, it's slowly, fixing your body. So it gets to a point where you don't need them. Literally, when it's time to sleep, it's time to sleep.
And the body will understand.
In a lala too. That's how I stopped. Because I started with melatonin. It didn't, because I didn't understand how to take them. I went to sleeping pills. Then the doctor was like, no, start from melatonin again. They gave me a lower dose. Pole. It's like, if you want to sleep at 10, he was like, make sure every day you take those meds by 7 p.m. So 7, literally. By the time 9:40, I'm literally now fighting to not sleep.
Yeah. And
But
then you
in
take them
2
for
weeks,
how long? 2 weeks?
however, till you feel like
Yeah.
now your body start, like unaanza tu kusikia umechoka unataka kulala.
So now, okay, if you pop your pills every night at 7, when will I get to the point where now I cannot pop the pill? How do I know that I can now go without taking
your body,
the pill?
imagine, by itself too, in a Jurist store, it just gets to a point where you just go through your day. Ikifika 7, you just have to feel like a normal person. Like, hey, I've had a long day, I'm
Going
tired.
through your day. Nigga just sits in the
house.
So how the day goes through him. Literally.
Ay.
If I was to draw a heat map of my year, itakuwa tu
Oh my
sitting
God.
room, kitchen, show, kitanda. Just a nice number 4.
Yeah,
Nah,
every
that's
day.
and
mad.
over.
No,
Yeah.
but true, you need to. But I think, I don't know, mine probably was because I used to go for evening classes. So my body, because we are being more active at night, then it got to a point now when I was done with school, my system was struggling.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Slowly get into it.
My next move is to start dating. Nikuwe tu na stress na lala.
I mean, that's not a bad option, to be very honest. But
It's a stronger dose.
but I don't know whether you're ready for that. You need to lawyer up. If you want to get a girlfriend now, you need to lawyer up. Straight up.
Tumefika ile mwaka mwezi July.
When? The cold month.
Si hapa ndo washa wanaanzanga, hey stranger.
Yeah, I'm about to respond to messages za January. I'm like, sorry, my phone was charging. It's July. I'm like, sorry, my phone was charging.
For 6 months.
Is dinner still on?
Come on.
This dinner still on. Naweza sema ndo nikuje nikupige.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think maybe a bigger part of the whole thing is working on your resilience to many things, including
yeah.
even sleeping. Because the body has the natural capability to also reset itself. So but it needs like such a strong what is it called?
Will.
You need such a strong
Willpower.
willpower. But yeah, the resilience is necessary, bro. You know, across many things. But yeah, you'll get there.
It's hard to get. Man.
It's not hard to get. I think it's something you can harness. Yeah.
Pole too.
Pole, like, of course,
That's
don't beat
something,
yourself
just
over
create a whatever for yourself. Sema tu, at least hata kama ni by 11, it's screen time done. Like, I'll literally force myself to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, screen time has been killing me this
Don't
year.
say,
My
panda
God.
kitanda
Yeah.
at 10, you'd rather toss and turn till that 11 with no screen time. I promise you by 11, you'll sleep.
You know how many creative things I've done while tossing and turning?
Like,
Yaani unatosa unatana alafu unajambia unajua tu utalala.
How is
Unaanza
that
kufanya tu
creative?
But you know-
masama.
see, by definition,
Ati
maybe-
masama, ui, usifanye ni kufuate leo.
You know, I'm actually like really good with somersaults.
Mwass, you know, we've gone this over before, and you've actually done a somersault outside.
Yeah.
That is not good.
It's good for how I look.
So, okay, if you put it that way, but I'm like, okay, because personally, my preference is to sleep early, and then I don't have an issue waking up early.
Yeah.
So my preference is 10 p.m. I'm in bed, then I'm up 6-5, depending on when I need to be up.
when it's
But
Hey,
even times,
Nove
even,
ameniamsha military, hata sijaamini.
there's no military, just working.
Damn.
You know, auntie. You wake up, auntie, because you're running late.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, she's still in her.
Auntie, exactly, you need to boot.
No,
Chaki
me-
anataka
but
usikie.
you need to give him
Auntie
the
amka,
disclaimer.
yes sir, I'm up, I'm running to the shower. Like, bro.
But me always have a
Sounds
disclaimer, sindo.
No, but I
He
know
wakes me up twice.
twice. Even yeah.
Hata mimi ameniamsha twice.
But hujamwambia kuna tu.
No.
No, I woke up. I knew. Nilimamsha bado the
Twice.
second time, and she's still been at the
Me already uncle knows ananiamshanga kuniambia nitakuamsha.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like anajuanga
It's a
tu Mwass.
preferential treatment for me.
But I already
Wow.
stated it in my contract. If you
on paper.
It's on paper. If you have
Wow.
me up at 10,
Yeah.
Wow.
wake me up
And
at
her child is
9:45.
aware, jurist. You're aware.
Wow.
There you go. But you know which I still don't get. Do you know I completely don't understand how one you guys need to be waking up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this only happens when you are in my house.
Yeah.
Because who woke you up when you're in your own house?
See alarm.
Then set your own alarm. That's
No.
one. Do you know I genuinely don't understand why? You know you need to be up in the morning. I'll wake you up and you still need me to wake you up twice. Ama, you still need 20 minutes to get up.
See, that's why I have 5 alarms back to
I
back.
just completely don't get it,
Dude.
bro.
Hey, 5 is too much.
I have 5. So if I'm waking up at 7, it's 6. Let me not even.
Good for you,
sleep.
bro. Me, if I need to be up at 7, I'll just be up at 7.
Damn.
Anyway, so I was telling you, the thing is, even when the nights when I need to push, because there's periods maybe when I need to be up late. Of course, it fucks up with my sleep pattern. But when I need to reset it, I just I just go to bed. I completely
And you fall asleep?
I completely leave my phone. I might struggle the first day, second day, then after that, the
You're
body
okay.
just
Yeah.
clocks back. Yeah. Your body has the capability, bro.
You know, there's a time like someone used to be mad at me that I fall asleep fast. Like we used to go to
Yeah,
bed.
which person?
We used to go to bed. Alafu
With
niko
who?
like,
Hey, when?
niko to like good night. Ako like umelala.
Wait,
But now I
who?
get it.
Nani?
I'll remember the name.
If you know,
Wait,
you know.
I see what you did there.
If you know, you know. Chiwana.
Whose person?
Please.
Whose person was this? Wait, because I don't remember you ever having a roommate.
I've had roommates.
Where?
Okay, like by roommates, I don't mean housemates. I mean roommates. Roommates,
Literally.
not
The
housemates.
bedroom mates.
Literally. Bedmates.
I just don't remember you ever having one.
Let's move on to the next conversation.
Anyway, I saw
It's still early in the morning, man.
I saw a screenshot of a lady. I couldn't see her handle, but it looked like an Instagram thing. But the top comment was by a guy called Young Easy. And it read, "You can have my school fees. I will learn from my mistakes." You saw it? Did you see
I
it?
screenshotted it.
Oh, damn.
I was going, it's so lovely.
Nigga
Bro.
cheese at an all-time high. The hell?
Young Easy, bro. You can have my school fees. I will learn from my mistakes.
Madness.
I love the play on words. Literally. Squid Game, the last season is out, bro.
Yeah.
Before we move to Squid Game, I screenshotted another one. Nakuanga na backup.
Okay.
Ati unaweza pata zile siku unaosha mkono ndo zinaitwa nowadays. This is what I'm up to at 3:52.
Okay.
I laughed for like 7 hours straight.
So, okay, we've established when he's not sleeping, he's laughing for 7 hours. Okay.
But you know how
we're getting somewhere.
This is one of those jokes. You know, jokes, you laugh at them on the first day because you had them and they intrigue you. Alafu they get less and less funnier because you're used to them. But this one, he had to 7 years from
Nowadays. Yeah. Have you tried the laughing gas? The drug, the balloon one?
helium.
Yeah, the balloon. Have you tried it?
When are you inviting us?
Bro, I feel like if we do an episode of that, the episode will just be us laughing the whole time. And I'm sure there'll be checkmates will finish.
I'm down. Are you down? Oh, because you're pregnant.
I don't think it affects pregnancy. Bro, I can guarantee you, bro. Everything was funny, bro. Even stupid things, especially if you have stupid things, you'll crack up, bro. Your ribs will literally hurt.
I think I've been up so long. Karibu nimalize TikToks.
You're like, oops, this one I saw.
Maka ufanye hivi katai kusongo ko like, we, songa.
Nah, bro. You need to do something about it. But anyway, so last season of Squid Game is out. So far. They're calling it the last season. Have you watched it?
Not yet. Is it the one that came out a few months ago? Or there's a
This
new
is
one?
like 2 days ago. Season 3. Well, you watched the second season, right? The previous one.
Yes.
So now there's the last season. They're calling it the last season. I don't know.
Okay.
So, of course, without spoilers, Auntie, how do you describe it? Because we watched it last night.
We just know there. It's a lot. First of all, I'm really not the biggest fan of like boom boom movies. So already, this one is like already you're on the edge. You're on the edge, like you don't go boom. It's like, hey, nah.
An episode would start.
No.
Remember the soundtrack? No, that's...
Dun, 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 dun. It's just anxiety. Like, no.
Auntie has mad anxiety.
I don't think anything will ever get to the level of intrigue I had for Squid Game season 1.
Yeah.
Because I think I cancelled meetings and my day to just finish it. I was like, I can't do this and be normal.
Yeah.
I'd rather just cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Alafu go. Yeah.
But I think all I'm going to say is props to the writers, man.
Yeah.
My goodness. Like, I'm willing to literally... Whoever wrote Squid Game, if you ever watch this, I'm willing to give you literally give you everything I own.
All your checkmate coins.
And on top of that, I'm also offering Mariah and Mwass. You can enslave them to the writers. Oh my goodness,
yeah,
what a
that was really good.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's how I think what I love the most is the fact that it's super relatable. I think the longer we live, the more we realize how sick people. We have such sick people.
Yeah.
Now imagine having sick people, and then they have such a lot of money. If you talk about all the cases of pedophilia we see, bro. Even the what is the name of the billionaire guy who apparently committed Epstein. Then you look at even the Diddy story, the way everything's unfolding. I'm like, when you watch Squid Game, you're like, yeah,
it really is this
I'm
thing,
sure these things happen because it's literally the elite, like super powerful people in a class of their own who put up front like a lot of money just to watch the way you'd watch games, but easy games are on a Rick style. Like it's actual human beings participating and they're dying in the process.
It's so sinister.
But because they're so fucked up in their mind, they believe that just the fact that people choose to be there.
Yeah.
It
makes it okay.
Regardless of how desperate and how they make it for guys to find it easy to go there.
Yeah.
With the promise of they'll make money. Because they don't really know that they're going to die. Because if people knew that they were going to die, how many people would still sign up,
They would. For a chance.
Would.
There you go. But you see, it's the thinking that I'm putting a catch that people will be desperate enough to fall for.
Makes sense.
Even though it's not a thing that needs to be there.
No, because think about it. Even after all these guys, okay, fine, you didn't know there was like a death end to all this, but you get there, the first death happens. These guys are voting to either leave or stay. How many times did they vote to stay?
It's the whole game.
Exactly.
but it shows you. I'd assume what is the syndrome when someone falls in love with a kidnapper?
Imposter.
Stockholm.
Oh.
So there's definitely a, what did you say, Steven?
Imposter.
Imposter.
That is Steve syndrome.
I looked for that word, eh?
Steve syndrome is the one where someone watches TikToks for 7 hours. No, laughs for 7 hours.
And sleeps a combined total of 2.
And sleeps are combined of 2. Steven syndrome.
Is my agony giving you hope?
No.
There's a mix of that, but also the fact that now people become desensitized.
Yeah.
You know, you see people die so much that you become desensitized to even people dying. Like the next person that dies, you don't even care.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a mix of that, but it's just the play on how like there'll be elite people who would do all this, but they in their minds they convince themselves that these people they had a choice, they decided to come, and even during the games we ask them to vote. So their minds are fully convinced that they're not doing anything wrong, but also they're harvesting organs.
That's
in
what
the
I was
process.
just about to say. Like, it's crazy.
So I love when there's such a nice piece of work that is super relatable, because these are things that
It's real
actually
life.
happen in life.
Yeah.
But bro, the writers,
Props
Shout
to them.
out.
bro. Yeah, again, I've offered everything I own plus Mwass and Mariah. I've included you
Luckily,
in the
the
offer.
writers are all in therapy right now, because I don't think you can write something that brilliant and still be.
I think you could be fine.
No, like Thingy, I've just seen Thingy, player 456. Apparently, he lost such a crazy amount of weight after shooting.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, he didn't step out of character?
I don't
Probably he did, but I can only imagine having to do all those roles. Bro. When you watch
Yeah.
Squid Game, you understand
You
the
learn-
weight the actors have to
yeah.
carry. And some of those, not some of them, all those actors are so brilliant, bro. I don't remember watching any actor and thinking they didn't play
their role
part
properly.
really well.
True.
Like, they're so brilliant, bro. But the ending, because now I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but the ending of the season 3 really reminded me of the political situation in Kenya, bro. It's just sad because a lot of what's happening, these guys are just gonna get away with it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, bro. Which I think is a nice segue into June 25th. One, I wanna say a big round of applause to everyone who showed up.
Honestly.
But maybe we can discuss the aftermath of the protests, in whichever direction you guys want to take it.
I don't know. I personally, I think after what I saw post the protest, I'm very scared for where we are headed to. Because one, let's not even talk about all the killings and whatnot. I think just specifically on social media, when you compare what happened last year, in as much as, yes, there was division to some extent, but right now it's very evident that propaganda is like, it's at an all-time high. On top of that, I don't understand why there's like clamoring for who's the leader, who's what state sponsored, I don't know what. Like, I just saw a video today of Boniface Mwangi. So I didn't understand what was going on at first till I saw the video today, and he was talking about this protest, the Gen Z protest is women-led, other than 2 men who are leading, him and himself. And I'm like, haven't we always been saying we are leaderless, partyless?
I'm like, is that a clip taken out of context?
No.
Like, you watched the
Yes,
whole thing, like
yes.
start to end.
Yep.
No, I know you watched the clip, but I'm saying it could be a clip that is taken out of context. So have you watched the before and the after? That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean before and after?
The clip that you watched of Bonnie saying that, I'm saying it could easily, I don't know, I've not watched the whole thing, but it could be easily like a small snippet that is taken out of context. It could be maybe even a question leading up to that, being alluded, you guys are the leaders.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm like, it's a clip. Unless you
you
watch the whole thing, it could easily be something that is taken out of context.
Okay.
Because I know, what I know Bonnie has done is he did Fixing the Nation.
Yes.
I haven't watched it, but I know he did Fixing the Nation. I don't know if he's done any other interview. But I wouldn't base my argument on that short clip.
Yeah.
Unless
You'd have to
without
watch it in
context.
No, but then again, him just coming out and talking about, this hashtag is state-sponsored, this is that. It's like, okay, sawa, even if it is state-sponsored, but what is the purpose of us being outside on the streets?
I was on record, I said earlier on that a lot of these hashtags are state-sponsored. I told you.
Sawa.
I told you, bro. Like, the government,
Siri ni number.
Ruto must go was was the authentic one that people wanted. But you think the government will just let you keep saying Ruto must go, which is very clear. A lot of these other ones are just state-sponsored. Now everyone jumped into sitting in numbers, jumped into one term. Come on, bro. All these are government-sponsored. Like, it's not hard to tell.
Menikumbusha bado napigwa na Gaitho. Like, the last tweet I read before I left my house was Gaitho just saying nonsense about me online.
Again. This nigga is he's riding your dick too
about
hard.
football. I'm like, I don't even watch football.
So what have you done about football?
I just work. Yani ilini kasirisha tu roho.
Yeah. But I don't know why you still pay attention.
Honestly,
to
block him.
No, you know, I
He's
get
been blocked.
It's my tweet. I get the notification. I see it.
No, you can.
I didn't read the entirety of it because it's like a whole paragraph.
But you can
Just block
You
Gaitho.
can
Imagine
on
it's
Twitter. I don't know what the
that
thing
simple.
is, but you can decide
Hide
not to
names,
see
like such names
when
don't pop
Gaitho
up.
tags you or anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what that is.
Muting.
Like this one, muting. thank you.
Muting.
You're the Twitter guy.
I'm so out of it. Like he was attacking someone else about some football and CG corruption in CG women's football in Kenya.
So what?
And then and that CG government propaganda Mwass. I'm like,
In women's football. It's crazy.
I'm like, I've seen stray bullets before. But this one,
Yeah.
It's a discovery.
Just leave Gaitho, bro. Like, just a Gaitho. But so according to the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, 19 confirmed dead, 531 injured, 15 enforced disappearances, one of which we'll speak today about, I think, 179 arrests, 2 cases of individual rape, 2 cases of gang rape, and 1 attempted gang rape. This is as of June 25th.
oh man,
I think what I'm gonna I think I saved it somewhere. So Murkomen, I think let's cover some highlights. Murkomen, let me get this.
how many statements has he released over the last few days?
And PR appearances.
Like I said, I didn't say, I meant, I did mean, I did not.
But you said what you said, bro. Own it.
I found a nice just give me a sec. A nice piece from KTN. Let me just get it. Let me play it. Okay, let me just play it. It's 4 minutes, but I think we should play the whole 4 minutes. There we go.
Ambia polisi, mtu yoyote mwenye atakaribia police station, piga yeye risasi.
These were not whispers or offhand remarks. They were words as cold and unmistakable as a loaded gun, delivered by Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen.
Usikubali upigwe ati wewe umepigwa marungu na wewe ni askari uko na bunduki. Hiyo itakuwa ni bure. Fanya kabisa yenye utaweza. Tutafanya hiyo kesi nyingine baadaye.
Wow.
His declaration, delivered with chilling conviction, rippled across a country already scarred by the heavy hand of state brutality. But only days later, facing a tidal wave of outrage and looming legal threats, the same man tried to shed responsibility like a snake discarding its skin. Once hailed as the firebrand, Murkomen now attempted to morph into the reasonable statesman. Sometimes, he managed to be both in the same breath.
If you will not find me anywhere where I said somebody should be shot to be killed, you will not find me anywhere where I said that a police officer should take orders from myself. No.
He now insists he never issued any shoot to kill order, or in his latest version of events, he was merely reciting the law.
And I did not order the Inspector General or any police officer to carry out any extrajudicial anywhere. Your Excellency, what I did was to state the law.
He reminded Kenyans that the Constitution itself bars such commands. Yet, this was the very same Constitution he appeared to sidestep when he urged officers to save themselves first, vowing to shield them from the consequences later.
If you are a police officer and you are being threatened with some character saying that you committed any excesses, there is no police officer who committed any excess yesterday. Police officers foiled a coup and they deserve our defense. They don't carry guns as toys.
So we must ask, when does a statement become a directive? Or how many times can a cabinet secretary speak from both sides of his mouth before the public simply stops listening? It is a pattern that predates this controversy. Not so long ago, Murkomen was the loudest critique of retired President Uhuru Kenyatta's silence over killings in the bandit-ravaged Kerio Valley.
Sisi tunataka kusikia sauti ya rais mwenyewe na sauti ya serikali kulingana kukomesha ile maafa inaendelea hapa Kerio Valley.
3 years on, the same valley runs red. More than 30 people have been killed by bandits under Murkomen's own watch. And the familiar pattern emerges. When the narrative flatters him, he is the crusading reformer. When it doesn't, he's suddenly the hapless victim of distortion. The doublespeak does not end there. After the death of blogger and teacher Albert Ojwang in police custody, Murkomen seized the cameras to promise sweeping reforms. Every police station, he swore, will soon have CCTV cameras. A promise with a timeline.
All the police stations currently standing at 1,209 shall have CCTV surveillance within the next 2 years.
But here is the contradiction. Bold as daylight. The Central Police Station where Ojwang was allegedly tortured to death already had fully operational cameras. The problem was never the absence of surveillance, but the deliberate sabotage of it. Reports suggest a technician was paid to erase the evidence. This is the paradox of Kipchumba Murkomen, a man fluent in the language of law and public accountability, yet increasingly defined by his artful doublespeak. In his zeal to defend the government, he has flown scarily close to the sun, only to retreat when the heat proved too much to bear. Vera, Mora, KTN.
Jurist, you know Vera? You don't know all Moras?
Why did you lick your lips before saying no? Literally, this is just do you know Vera?
Anyway, bro. The contradictions. So, wasn't Murkomen in the Senate the other day saying that the police is independent and they don't take orders from him?
Yes.
So, how different is that from what he was literally saying?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then the same police that are being ordered to kill on site, that if you approach a police station, they should kill you, are the same police who lied about someone who died in their cell. So how should we even trust that?
No, and him to blatantly say that you okay, ati just do what you need to do to protect yourself. Ingine tutajua badai. It's like, what the hell does that even mean?
It means what he just said. He said that no police. No, he said no police.
Like they won't
exercise
face justice.
Force.
Like what do you mean?
Of course.
And you know
That's what he's
it's crazy because the guy who shot Bonnie was on TikTok live yesterday.
What?
The police who shot.
Yes.
Saying what?
Oh, Poleni, he wasn't supposed to be like that. This man is in full-on uniform on TikTok live.
He's out. How did that case go, by the way?
I don't know, bro.
The update.
On the case, I don't know. But you know, Bonnie succumbed to his injuries yesterday.
May
And
he
he's all
rest in
rest in
peace.
peace. What was he saying on live? So this is what
They're moving with so much impunity.
in regards to the police.
TikTok live.
I have. Let me play the last video of him now. This is on June 30th. This is what Murkomen said, so that everything is on record.
Mimi bunduki kupiga hawa asingekuwa na shida kabisa. Si mmesikia hata leo nimetangazia kila mtu kwa Kenya. Sio ati ni siri tena. Nimesema askari mwenye atasumbuliwa ati anapelekwa kotini kwa sababu alitumia bunduki kujichunga ama kuchunga police station ama kuchunga bunge ama kuchunga government office kotini ama wapi, mtu akijaribu kwanza hawezi because hatuta cooperate. We will not cooperate with anybody who is trying to punish police officers who have done their job or protect themselves, protect their life. Hakuna haitawezekana. Ya pili, police officer mwenye atakuwa na shida yote tutamchukulia wakili. Hakuna vile tutawacha ati police officer hangaike tu peke yake. Na mtaona hiyo maneno ikisonga. Bora tu usitumie sasa hii nafasi useme haya kwa sababu nitachungwa, acha niende nitembelee jirani hapo ni test. Hapana. Yani you already know kwa your standing orders what it means.
Just leave it at that. So basically, if you go to court about an injustice from police officers, it won't go anywhere because they'll block it.
Don't waste your time.
They'll basically block it.
even that, what he's saying about getting them a lawyer, it's just, they won't even get to that point. They will malign the law in such a way that kesi yako
It
itaenda.
He doesn't
even
have
go
to get
there, yeah.
So that maybe that explains why this guy was on live.
Yeah.
It's madness.
It's crazy, bro. And what is the name of the guy? So just give me a second. Let me get his name correctly. So Peter Kinyanjui, remember the blogger who's Peter Kinyanjui was the guy who was one of the guys who were coordinating for guys in Kiambu during the protest.
Okay.
But last evening there was heavy
was
presence
kidnapped.
of DCI. Did they?
I saw some video like they were trying to kidnap him or something.
Yeah, they're trying to abduct him last evening. I don't know. I don't have the update because this was just before I went to bed and I wasn't able to find anything else. So guys posted videos basically of the police cars outside his apartment. And
you can hear him screaming.
yeah. Good thing is the neighbors came outside, but I don't know. So I don't know what happened with that.
He has been abducted together with his wife.
So they managed to get through to him.
Yeah.
Whew. Then there's a blogger, Kiangui, remember the guy who published the program, which we even covered here for June 25th, who's been missing for 10 days now. So the High Court yesterday ordered the IG, Douglas Kanja, to produce the blogger, missing for 10 days or explain his whereabouts. Then shortly afterwards, the DCI boss,
Mohammed
Amin made the statement. Do you know what he said? He literally said, wait, let me just get it. Let me read it for you. Word for word.
He just lied under oath.
No, I think he didn't realize what he said. The lying under oath. I saw Asamoah saying, if you lie under oath, you should just eat pork. So Mohammed Amin says, Ndiangui Kinyagia was a person of interest to us. Said was. Was a person of interest to us after publishing inflammatory materials on social media. We profiled him, we identified his residence, and our officers conducted a search in his apartment in Kino, but he was not there. Bro, he literally said was a person of interest. So what does that mean? Like they've killed him?
I mean, could mean
because it's been over 10 days.
Mean a lot of things.
It's been over 10 days. Bro, if the guy is alive, why would you come and say he is? Because if he's alive, he is a person of interest. But we don't know where
that
he is.
was can mean a lot.
That was can go.
What do you mean was a person of interest?
Maybe there was interest. Alafu they conducted investigations and found him.
Not even
big, maybe.
Bro, so
but I also understand.
So according to his statement, because it's a whole video you can watch online, they went to his exact apartment. He wasn't there, but they confiscated his phones and computers
whatever.
and stuff.
No, that was can mean a lot of things.
That was, it could go either way.
And it was in very, bad ways, but that was can mean a lot of things.
Bruh, I was talking what he's saying. DCI boss Mohammed Amin says blogger Kinyangui is not in police custody and has ordered him to surrender himself to the nearest police station. So the DCI boss has technically ordered Ndiangui to look for himself. Kingori is so absurd. But the fact that they can track people to that detail.
Yeah.
Because no one who's been on the police radar has escaped. They've literally found everyone.
Yeah.
You want to tell me that the police don't know where he is?
They do.
Bro, it's been over 10 days.
When they're
it's scary.
My camera just jumped out. When they're being told to look for him, I call like we can't. But then they can.
When it comes to finding you,
they find you.
They will find you. It's crazy.
It's so weird, bro. Can you imagine you live in the country where even us, we could just disappear tomorrow and then that could be the end of it and nothing will happen.
It's
and I'm sure right
whatever.
now, if they want to come for you, they know you're here. Maybe to the exact.
They know. They already know where you are.
Where you are, bro.
So and then when it's being told, look for this person, they're like,
we can't. It's crazy.
But they can find someone all the way in Homa Bay, bring them to Nairobi.
Yeah.
And then it dies mysteriously under police custody. No one has been charged. Nothing is happening, bro.
what country are we living in?
Bro, I don't know. It's very scary. And also, we still haven't been able to validate the story of the 32 bodies at QuickMart.
Yeah.
What you see?
But someone says there was also 32 IDs that were outside QuickMart.
That's true. It is more common. So you think guys will go to rob a supermarket and all of them leave
No,
their IDs?
no. Like guys are just like 32 bodies, 32 IDs. It's not a coincidence.
Because also, you want to tell me there's all 32 people had IDs. How many people randomly in town would you stop them and they have their IDs on them?
Truly.
Even does everyone have their
Even
ID on
sahi,
them?
nani ako na ID
Yeah,
yake?
so you know what I mean? It's just that all 32 have IDs.
Ndaliba wakiziacha.
But then, because there's the video of the street kid who says that Sakaja paid them.
Yeah, to bring bodies from
to bring
City
32 bodies to
Mortuary.
the morgue. But I'm like, okay, so if he didn't say City Mortuary, he just said the morgue. I'm like, okay, which morgue? Is it so hard if there was actual 32 bodies? Is it so hard to validate 32 bodies in a morgue? I mean, that's why a lot of extrajudicial killings people are found in rivers, because if it's a morgue,
Quarries,
someone
true.
has to take the body to a morgue,
Yeah.
even if it's not the police.
Even
like if we found a body outside Snowball today,
Yeah, you have to take it there.
we'll call the police to come take it.
Yeah.
But if you decide to take it, then there's going to be a lot of issues on you.
Yeah.
This is, bro, just don't take it.
Like
Just call
there's
the
a
police
line
to come
of
do it.
contact.
True.
Yeah, there's a line of contact. So there's a line of contact when there's a body taken to the morgue. That's what I'm saying. If there was actual 32 bodies,
Who brought them?
and if they were in the morgue, I don't think it's hard to validate. So I don't know if the story is actually true. I'm just saying it could be part of a lot of
There's a
propaganda.
yeah.
Part of the fabrication, yeah, for sure.
Bro, it's just too much. But Maya's and Kimanzi's video, bruh, have you seen the last video?
Yeah.
Spot on.
Where there was literally, so it begins, this is on their Instagram. It's basically guys going to steal from a car yard. Then they make away with cash, like 10 million and a nice car. And then, then it turns out when they get home, they receive a phone call. And the phone call is basically the car yard calling to report that they've been mugged.
They saw on TV. I think they watched on TV.
No,
that-
also
on
they
TV,
got a
but
call.
they got
and then they got a call.
Then they change into the police uniform and then they
And
go to investigate.
investigate.
With
It's
typical story of
madness.
Kenya, bro. Typical story of Kenya. Because if anything happened to me now, how do I how do I even report that to the police when the police are the biggest criminals in this country?
Yeah.
Very true.
And now the guys who are in charge of the police are the
Making it
Kipchumba
even worse.
Murkomen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who are telling you that the police didn't do any and they didn't have any wrongdoings on 25th. And if anyone takes them to court, the government will lawyer them up.
Have any of you made a police report before?
No.
I have. When someone broke into my house, yes, I did.
How frustrating was it as a process?
I don't think mine wasn't too frustrating, to be honest. Yeah.
And I think when it's one of those things where like if you need, like extra help from the cops, I think that's where it becomes a bit tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what was frustrating was the level of incompetence.
Yeah.
Incompetence. Hey.
Yeah.
Incompetence.
That's why we need 10 minutes. You wake us up.
Aye. Wewe wenye ulikuwa unasema nini? What was your camera thing? I
My
didn't even know you
being.
have-
I was being arrested.
So I'm being arrested. So the level of incompetence was the problem. The reporting was not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's reporting and then
Toa kitu
then
fanya this one.
doesn't even to a
really?
kitu yet.
Yet.
They frustrate you before even extorting.
No, the reporting is seamless. You go in, there's always someone there with the OB, the rights.
you met nice ones.
And then they're like, they have to send cops to come to the crime scene. Actually, I've had cops twice. When I got carjacked and when someone broke in. Then the cop comes in the crime scene, no gloves, he's just touching everything in the house. I'm just like, this guy, bro. Touching everything in the house, no records. So I even asked the guy, so you'll remember all these things of it. There's no pictures, no records.
And
So
that's
I'm
not
like,
the only crime scene probably they visited that
They
day.
put the trust.
maybe his entire life, this is the first crime scene. Alikuwa like, let me go flex my skills. Stretched a little bit. Nigga came to touch everything in the house with
That's
his bare
wild.
hands. And then there's even, of course, that's why I'm like, okay, mine was an inside job, clearly. Because the guy knew where the CCTVs were, where to avoid CCTVs.
Yeah.
But of course, there's the exit, there's no way you could avoid that.
True.
So we have videos of the guys coming, leaving, Nini in my house for a good 20 minutes.
Damn.
And the police, like,
Wako tu.
yeah. I'm like, I do have some evidence that could help. Yeah, the guy is like, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, I just remember the first time
His vibes.
my phone was stolen, and then I go to the police station. They made me sit and wait for nothing. Like, he's there, there's no queue. Ako like, ngoja pale. Na ako TikTok.
I know.
I waited, mpaka I after 15 minutes, I got up, I was like, neza saidiwa. ako like ngoja.
Yeah.
And then after a good 20 minutes akasema sema shida yako. I'm like, we've been here for an hour.
Bro. So I'm telling you, I was showing the guy the
Yeah.
CCTV, and I'm sure in the back of his mind, because me, I'm expecting maybe, since the police, at least if you have a face, we can start piecing together who this person could be. I'm sure in the back of his mind, anajiuliza kama mimi, sasa huyu nifanye nini? Huyu ni nani? I'm like, bro, that's your job.
Oh my God.
Like, we have a lead. Same thing even with the carjacking. Because the guys tried to use my ATM, and I called the bank, and the bank said, we can provide details and pictures of whoever walked into the ATM, but we can't give you because you're a civilian.
Yeah.
But if the police request
report,
in writing, we can provide them all the evidence. Took it back to the police station, bro. They did nothing. No one even called the bank to be like, sir, we're following up on this case, and we'd like for you to provide the CCTV of the people who tried to use his ATM card. They didn't do nothing, bro. I followed up the first time, second time, I gave up. Stopped.
Me, they started asking me questions. Uko like, I'm trying to make a report. My phone was stolen. And then they write for you, where did you buy the phone? I'm like, eh. I'm like, I had the phone. Do you have the receipt? Nico like,
Where did you buy the phone? So how does it help with my phone was stolen?
is this important? Alafu they ask, how much was the phone? And then I tell them the amount. They're like,
Unafanya kazi gani?
that's
Oh my God.
Kijana mdogo kama huu unatoa wapi pesa mingi hivyo? And then they call, Kopro something, come. Ati kijana anasema mpoteza simu ya pesa ngapi? I was so mad. Because I remember telling them, I'm actually just filing this for insurance. I don't expect you guys to find the phone. It's fine. Just give me an abstract.
Yeah.
Alafu they caught offense. Wako like, sasa unasema tujui kazi yetu.
Yeah.
I'm
so
like,
just give me the
I
abstract.
was so nilikuwa nasikia kuongea vibaya ni vile hizo times tu nakonga umechoka akili. I'm like, kama mnaweza pata simu, si basi muipate. Kama muipate, si ni sawa pia nipatie abstract niende.
It's crazy that police can't recover stolen phones, but they can track you down.
Imagine
bro,
to
your apartment.
to your own apartment, bro.
Block D, house number F.
Hey.
Bro, we're very fucked up. Did you see what the Anacords posted?
Yeah, something about
A bunch of stories. So the first one was, I don't understand the hate. God protect him. Then it's a picture of Ruto. Then said, I love my president and I stand by that. Just know a country with bad governance is better than one with no governance. You can't change the current leaders, but you can change the coming generation of leaders.
Then I think she took that statement back or something. Rush can go kick rocks.
And I said it for him. Then
He said it.
then she posted this and said, sorry to the people I offended. Ilikuwa inside joke, kwani hamjui jokes.
Aye.
It was a sarcasm post towards the government. Hata nyinyi mnajua gavazi, I stand with the people. Then akaendelea, I was dared to post that for 24 hours. But due to public outrage, nimewachana na hiyo mchezo. #OneTime.
Girl, bye.
Kuna mchezo zingine.
Girl, bye.
Mchezo ndio
Is
mchezo.
that possible? Like, unaweza kuwa dared for 24 hours to post...
Atina I dare you, Mariah, go tweet I love Ruto for 24 hours. Si hata utaniangalia.
But also the fact that one she started by ilikuwa inside joke, kwani hamjui jokes. And
Kidogo
then I
it
think
was a dare.
she realized people weren't
Buying
Then
it.
akasema it was a sarcastic post. And then I call like, wait,
It was a dare. Madam, set yourself on fire.
But the thing is, like, if that's what you really believe, then just stand by it. I don't think I don't think anyone is forcing you to be against
To roll with the
Ruto or
gang.
support.
Yeah, do your thing.
What one? I think guys are just scared of being cancelled.
There's that, but also 3 posts. You were dared to do 3 posts.
Whether she did 3
Madam,
different posts.
like, let's be serious, please.
On different platforms. No?
No,
on stories.
Insta is 3
Insta
different
stories,
stories.
Whatever I was reading was 3 different stories.
Oh.
Then even the apology is different stories as well. And it's 3 different stories.
Also, so for
Yeah, called idol.
Yeah, 3 different narrations, literally. I don't know, man. Like, just stand by it, but I think it was definitely sad because, of course, she raps about, the police brutality and all those things.
does she?
Of course. What do you mean? Maybe it's just nice to put in the raps. It's just the way people rap about smoking weed and drinking. Na wengine tunajua watu wavutangi au kunywa pombe. But it's just cool to say it in lyrics. It's just rap. Yeah, when they sing about the gangsters, you think all rappers are gangsters, and all of them know how to use guns, bro.
Do you know that Dave
I'm really
Chappelle
trying to
joke?
think if I've ever had anything about police brutality in God's songs, but okay.
What does she say in what does she
Mindo
rap
Udara
about in-
Polisi, something.
Yeah, she does. That's the freestyle. What does she say on Morian Zenza? Okay, no, that's not about it. But she does. I wish I could find the records. But of course she does.
I related to Dave Chappelle had a joke about how he's popular in Hollywood, but everyone assumes like he grew up poor.
Yeah.
And he doesn't correct them.
Yeah.
Artists, rappers would come to him and say he was hard in the PJs, and then he'd be like, yeah. And he's gone to private school.
Yeah. He grew up soft. He said his parents did just enough.
To grow up poor around
White people.
yeah.
Not poor around black people. Like he was basically poor in Runda.
Ah.
And he used to come home and laugh and ambia his dad, everything at Timmy's house works.
Basically complaining about aircon.
The air conditioning.
Yeah, the air conditioning in the house. Then we were anyway, man. Because there's a video that posted with Chris Baby. She dared me for the Coca-Cola campaign I was doing. Basically, a misfix style video. Nikamdarua vibaya. Yani,
Oh, that for finding someone named this.
yeah. So in one of the days, I asked her to find a stranger and sing the national anthem. And then when everything else was happening, I was like, damn. Now I remember the words. I'm like, the words of the national anthem are really powerful. Like, may justice be your shield and defender, bro. That's in our national anthem. It doesn't exist realistically. But if you look at how powerful the words, like if the words of the national anthem could actually be implemented and everything actually works, we'd be living in a very different country.
Yeah.
We'd be living in a very different country. Anyway, we listened to Ben Psycho's new album yesterday.
Yeah, that
I mean,
was
needless
fun.
to say, you missed because you're trying to find sleep.
I was trying to balance my day.
Yeah. Then so he drops this week on Friday. It's called Misimu. It's genuinely a beautiful body of work.
Yeah.
It's
Misimu is Swahili for
Seasons.
seasons.
Yeah. It's actually a beautiful body of work.
Nice.
Then at some point, Mariah and Ben Psycho were trying to convince me now to how Ashake.
We were not convincing. It was just a debate.
Okay,
It
just
was
say
a
it.
debate.
Say it again. So that
Thingy, see, Ashake was with this. I don't know if she's a high priestess. I don't know what her role is. 'Cause
she's just
everybody
a fashion
gives her a
designer,
different
bro. She
tag.
owns-
In Nigeria.
Let me tell you
No.
what. She's from France. Let me
Okay.
tell you what her name
Something
is.
Lamy. Something Lamy.
Yes.
She's weird though. Like she's really weird. So anyway, as we were having this conversation,
This guy
we were
is-
just saying the way sometimes it's very evident where like a musician's aura, it's very evident when it changes. And we were giving the example of Ashake. Like when Ashake started, Ashake was really cool. His music was dope. But as time went on, not the music, his aura has just changed. Like there's just something that's not right. And so we were having this debate and we were talking about, look at Davido. Since Davido started all the way till now, his aura is pretty much the same. In as much as, yes, maybe it's different sounds, it's different what, but the energy is still the same energy. And right now, Ashake is just weird. And so Psycho has, he has this quote-unquote conspiracy that maybe Ashake has joined, not the Illuminati, but probably a secret society, or better yet, he's just tapping his energy from a very different source as compared to when he started. Yes. And I was like, I truly agree because the aura is very different.
And he can't just be going through the motions.
I don't know.
Bro, so basically, let me show you. So basically, the name, her name is Michelle Lamy. The reason why people, like in Mariah, or people who are spiritual say she's weird is because she has a gothic look.
And it's just an aesthetic.
It's just a gothic look, bro.
Yeah.
You know the way, like, is it Sudanese or Sudanese that have the skin thing that they do? So
Skin tattoos.
What skin
it's
thing?
not, they're not skin tattoos. Huh? It's the poking.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Inakaye, you can blisters, but see blisters. So you know, look at that, like, why do you do that? So she's just gothic, but she's a lawyer, performer. She owns a bunch of restaurants, designer, producer, and she's a muse. But mostly people know her because of her, performance and designer.
Yeah.
But she's gothic. So according to them, gothic, and then she has this black thing. You know the way Indians have the red dot, but because it's it's put under religion, it gets a pass.
Yeah.
So because I make a black upper, and then she's gothic. That means her lips are black, her nails are black, and then she wears. She's just the way rock stars would look, basically. So suddenly she's weird, or suddenly Ashake's aura has changed.
Exactly.
It's a pretty decent aesthetic, I'd give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, May went through a gothic phase. I'll show you photos one day.
Bro, that's what I'm like, Kwani. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. The thing about especially Christians is that especially things that are
No,
gothic,
hey,
it becomes devilish
wait.
immediately.
Let's not drag Christianity.
But it's
here.
the truth, though. I'm just
It's
saying
not
the
about
truth.
Christianity because people who are not Christians are just like, this lady is weird.
It's not weird. She's
There's
different.
nothing weird. She's just gothic. It's a
Nah,
style.
pana.
It's a style. And even, you know the line
Apana.
that she has? The line is from, what tribe is this? Let me tell you. It's actually a tribe that exists and that's their culture.
No.
Would you guys believe I had a mohawk?
Of course I'd believe.
Exactly. I told you she's a high priestess. Like, there's just some...
What's a high priestess?
Thank you.
What is a high priestess?
Sijui?
Define it.
Si utuambie.
So unashtuka na kitu juu nini? What the fuck? So what?
Nah, I don't know. Me, at the end of the day, she can be whatever she wants to be. But for me, her energy is just...
Auntie,
There's an
do you know
aura
her?
that's...
Have you even had her speak?
I don't need to know her. I don't need to know her. There's things that you can see, and
Endelea na hii
even your
conversation.
gut feeling is
Let
just
us
like,
be
no.
entertained.
It's fine. I'm just telling you. Acha nikwambie tu kweli. If you took your religious beliefs and everything out of the box, she's
Exactly.
just-
Like I said, it is not about religion.
bruh, it's rooted in religion.
Yeah.
Because Gothic to most, even if you deny it, to most people, especially Christians again, anything Gothic
It gives
is
dark
perceived
energy,
devilish. That's the reality.
Nah.
And that's where your fears stem
That-
from.
that one I-
So
that one I
Ashake, bro,
will
it
not
was
agree
Paris
with
week.
you.
So what do you expect in Paris week? All the big personalities are in Paris.
Exactly. And you could be as creatively expressible as possible.
During Fashion
Sawa.
Week. Bro, do you see what people wear during
People do
Fashion Week?
crazy things, yeah.
But then, so Ashake takes a picture with Lamy, and then suddenly, Ashake's aura. You know, I was wondering what was wrong with
It's
Ashake.
not...
Until you saw that
Oh
picture.
my gosh, Uncle, it's not about the picture with this lady.
What's it about?
The first tattoos.
Like, his aura just changed. Like, something about him just tweaked.
What?
He's having a human experience. I'd imagine you're not the same person you were yesterday.
Bro, it's like Mariah saying, but Davido, I'm like, but why do you want Davido to be Ashake, bro?
I didn't say I want David to be a
But you gave Davido as an example. Davido has not changed all these years. But Rema, it compare the earlier music and
it's true. Even Rema's energy is just
Ozeba.
it's weird.
Bro, as
It's
musicians,
weird.
when you start
Weskiza
expressing...
tu mziki, but
No, it's honestly weird.
When you delve into the
we
lifestyle.
can agree to disagree. Me, one thing, and if my gut feeling says something is off, I know it's off.
Yeah.
And that's that.
When is the last thing? What is the other thing your gut feeling had a bad feeling about?
If I say it here to trauma, what
Hey, whisper to me.
Nikisema hapa, they will snatch these cameras.
No, that's
Watch
it.
out.
That's it. Let's see. Let's see the Jurist. You can go with the cameras today.
Nah.
The more you're gatekeeping, the juicier it gets.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
That's it.
Ah.
Okay, give us a hint.
Ebu, tuendele.
Yeah. Anyway, bro, when Psycho's album drops on Friday, get it. Even me, who's genuinely, I was telling, because Ben called me. Ben called me, akaniambia, well, lakini unasikizanga gospel kweli. Ben tells me the idea is like, as part of the promo for the album, he's trying to get different people and then they like drive around and record their first reaction to the album. I was like, bro, genuinely, I can't tell you the last time I listened to a gospel song. Even my algorithm doesn't recommend. In the back of my mind, as kumbukangi, there's a genre called gospel. Of course, I know gospel. I grew up on gospel music, you know. And then I think it was Ezra, and then I was like, no, bro, it's music. You know, I'd be down to definitely
You look at
listen.
it as an art piece.
Exactly. And it's fire, bro.
It's really good.
He said it took 1.5 years to put together.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful body.
How many
of work.
songs?
12.
12.
Good songs. Do you remember your favorite songs?
Yeah. Leo.
Now something?
Wait. Leo.
Maombi?
Come and see what the Lord has done. Maombi. Neno. And Anasi. $1 Million. Christina.
Hey, so unapenda album yote.
Bro. Mariah, I'm like, the ones you like, then she's going through the track list literally.
No, I gave my top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5 in a 12 song.
So basically half.
Imagine uko na watu 12 alafu uko na my top 5 and I'm like, hey.
Nah, shout out to Psycho.
Yeah, that album is
It's
great.
a beautiful body of
can't
work.
wait.
Even people who are not like Christians or religious,
You'll
if you just
enjoy
listen to
it.
the music, I think you'll enjoy it. Drake's new abs. Or is it new abs or abs? The 6-pack. Why are guys complaining about Drake?
And have you seen Big Sean's?
I saw Big Sean say.
What did you see for Big Sean?
Please don't take us to episode 1. Thank you very much.
No, you're gonna get guys to episode 1. No, but wait, so are those fake abs? The Drake ones?
They definitely are.
You can get fake abs.
Bro, they look like bread.
What? But you can get anything fake nowadays on your body. They look. Did you see that?
It's in like a
Just go to
buffalo's
his
image.
Instagram.
No, honestly, it looks
Tell me
like
your
a pack of
first
scones.
reaction.
Yeah,
Well, you
it
saw
literally
them.
looks
I
like a
haven't
pack of
seen them.
scones.
I haven't
Just
been to
check.
that part of the
'Cause
internet.
just check Drake's his own champagne papi on IG. Because I want to know.
And as you show, I show you Drake. Say, be show you Big Short. Big Short and like
But didn't Kendrick literally say, tell them where you got your abs from? Even surgical summer now feels different.
Bro, honestly, Zinaka scones.
Oh, just what do you think?
just
What is
show
the
me.
first reaction?
This is not real. Ain't no way.
So there's
Zina
Ain't
some
no way. This is,
Yeah, you get what
yeah.
I mean.
It doesn't look real, man.
some guys were asking like how
at
like how can you be that built? How can you be that built and your arms show zero workout?
Literally, like it's
Maybe
madness.
unakuanga no ab day every day.
Yeah,
Ma push-ups
pana.
too. Abs msofanya nini push-ups?
Genuinely,
What are they called? Sit-ups. Oh, that's the word I was
the
looking
first time I saw them, I was like, hey, okay, they look weird. But then I realized I wasn't the only one who thought they were weird. Yeah, so
Hata
much.
kitovu imepanda. Yeah.
Me, acha zangu zibaki internal.
I'm saying Mwass. So
No,
you
but
have
Big Sean's are the ones that it's scary.
If I laugh really hard, I can feel them.
yeah. But
Nobody
there's a
needs to
time
see
Big
them.
Sean was genuinely jacked.
Yeah, but look
Like
at this.
proper
What the
jack.
hell is this now?
You're sure this is not Photoshop?
No.
Is this on his page? Huh?
No. But I guess I just like, since we're talking about Drake's, can we talk about Big Sean's?
Hey, bro.
Yeah, it's scary.
I feel like maybe they colored this. I don't think this is. I don't know.
Sculpt. I think
Big
it's just
Sean
sculpting.
Big Sean looks. This is an edited picture, bro.
You think so?
Yeah. Do you have ChatGPT here?
Yeah.
On phone? Oh, hold on. We'll just run it.
You wanna
now.
ask
I'll
it?
tell you. Yeah.
Madness.
Is this photo doctored?
You should be able, right? Because the
Yeah.
thing is, ChatGPT can browse the internet and tell you if an
If it's
original
legit.
exists.
Yeah.
So I ask, is this
Legit.
Jurist? You saw Drake's abs? Are they real abs?
How many people on this set have abs?
I do.
Except me, I don't know.
Internal abs?
I do.
Yeah, the Big Sean one is fake.
Mariah, you're just lying to me.
So
The ChatGPT, the Big Sean one is fake.
It's fake.
Yeah, that is fake. Yeah. Jurist.
bro, I don't know. Like when you have some level of money, bro, whether they are real or fake, bro, like what does it matter?
Yeah.
It does.
For who? Are you into men with abs?
Back to you, Chaxy.
Like
I can't even
I
begin.
think context wise would be I think it generally just speaks to pretense. Like if you don't have, you don't have. We're not talking about money here.
Yeah.
So if you're going like if you're not the person who's going, because abs working out basically is the only thing in this world that people have to work for. Mostly. True. Like I can't work out on your behalf. I can get surgical procedures to enhance how I look.
Yeah.
But I can't get a surgical procedure to add a bicep. Can I?
You can.
yeah, you can.
Kuna bicep implants.
Sculpting.
Yeah.
Ndio hizo vitu wanafanya.
Ni wanaongeza. Na itakuwa an actual bicep. But will it be actual muscle?
Itakuwa tu some
Ndio hiyo scones.
liquid.
But that's what I'm saying. Will it be actual muscle?
It won't be actual
No.
muscle.
So I can go around it to get
Yeah.
the fake things like now
Yeah.
the BBLs and what Drake has, but I can't add actual muscle. Working out is your body is the only thing that no one can do it for you. Like if you want to
gotcha.
gain actual muscle, only you can work out. So then, if you're going to get a shortcut, don't be online telling guys about working out.
No, but I think Drake is athletic. Like
Where?
he looks.
No, not even looks like he plays basketball. Like I've seen videos.
See, I think
like-
he already had great physique.
Bro, even Mwass plays football. He can play football. Can you play football?
I used to.
Can we record you playing football, Saizi? That doesn't mean you're fit.
I used
But
to be a
there's a
good
time you locked to the gym.
But you are total unknown.
I agree. For the longest time, he's always been fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you believe BBL Drizzy? Like he got...
It has to
Yeah,
be.
he definitely got a DDL.
What's that DDL?
Oh, the one he was swinging his merchandise.
Yeah.
What's it?
Oh, really?
I'm
Yeah.
so lost.
See,
There's a video that was going
When he was
around.
showing his junk,
Yeah.
guys were like, that's definitely a DDL.
That's what it's called.
Apparently.
Does it get erections just so much?
Sijui.
You haven't studied?
Dominican dick lift. I'll pass.
It's called that.
Yeah.
I thought you were
So
saying
Brazilian,
like
are you serious? It's a thing.
Yeah.
Can you use your phone to
guess.
Google? I don't want that on my algo.
My algo is fine.
I don't want to be finding random ads. Once today is the DD day.
Bro, Dominican dick lift is a
Dick,
thing.
I don't know, because I don't know if it was trolling, but someone was like Dominican dick
It's
lift.
trolling.
That is crazy.
No, but there's this guy called
Who?
Ocho Cinco, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chad Ocho Cinco.
yeah. He was saying like how he had to get like
DDL.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they were doing like a podcast thing.
That with who thingy? Shannon.
Yeah, I don't think it was Shannon, but I think he was there. So
hell?
he was saying like how he had a situation with a shorty. Like she's saying deeper, but the nigga
Uko pelvis
Every-
to pelvis. Pelvis to pelvis ukiambiangwa deeper.
Aya,
Nakwanga, I'm doing the best I
yeah.
can.
So he said like he went and
penis
Got a DDL.
enlargement surgery. That's crazy.
He did.
Yeah, it's even on Hollywood Unlocked.
yeah.
I'm
so
super curious about the science behind it.
Women get enhancements to feel better about themselves, and I needed to do the same thing. Damn. Thingy with Stephen Smith.
Steve got as well.
No, he was having an interview with Stephen
Yeah.
Smith. That's what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Stephen
yeah, he
Smith.
said he got a DDL.
yeah. So
Damn.
I know it's July, but
Hey, we all need one. We all need one right now.
Not we, bro.
Anyway.
Would you consider? Would you get
nah,
one?
bro.
I think
Why would I?
the last person I let touch my dick with a knife was circumcision.
With a knife.
Kasema tosha.
Wait, who got the traditional circumcision here? Or everyone here went to the hospital?
Minus me. You know.
Of course, that was implied. You did traditional?
No, of course not.
I would have never done traditional.
I would never have, bro. But I know a lot of people who
Yeah.
did.
Who
Because it was
have.
very common in the village. But I remember, even when I was younger, I remember being like, I don't think this is what I want.
Like me, bring the anesthesia. Like, hey, I'm not a man. Mkefua asubuhi tuende kwa river, wacha mchezo.
Bro, I remember even seeing my cousins go to get it in the morning. And I remember just, I'm sure I had this convo with my mom when I was very young. I was like, this is yeah. Like, sisi tumeomoka hivi. Like,
Wewe ni chief.
wewe ni chief, man.
Let ambulance. I need the full ride to the hospital.
Nah.
Man.
Hey.
I think lastly on my end is just the Teleperi thing, bro. Is everyone in Hollywood gay or what's the thing?
I think there's some level of life you get to where you seek excitement in certain ways. That you get-
Excitement.
May that level never get
That
me.
it just
No, mate,
intrigues
get me,
you.
but minus the excitement. Hey,
If it
bro,
comes to the
Havana.
excitement, I'm okay.
I was feeling kama mtu anaweza jibamba tu, yani akona everything in life, so nothing is
Let
exciting
me ask,
anymore.
Mwass, if you had all the money in the world today, if I gave you $1 billion, you'd start fucking niggas.
It's not even. Why are you narrowing down the question?
I mean, or what? Okay, basi, unasema nini? I'm just asking. Unasema nini?
It's not even about the money, even power wise.
So if it's not about the
Okay,
money,
so-
what is it about?
If you
I would
replaced
not.
Kasongo today,
Pardon?
if you replaced Kasongo today,
Why would
became
I
the
replace?
president, it's power and the money, you'd start fucking dudes.
No.
Yeah.
No, but I'd get someone who would be curious too.
And then
Nah.
do what?
Not like I'd understand them.
Okay, someone would be curious, wouldn't be because of money and power.
Yeah, it's just
Maybe
that's
it's
just
people
who
who've
they
always
are.
been curious.
Yeah.
They've just never maybe explored that
Or
side.
had the opportunity to.
Because if by now I've genuinely never been attracted to man sexually.
It wouldn't start today.
Bro, regardless of how much money you give me. Like, how would money make me now start getting attracted to men? Unless I
It's
just
always
didn't
been
have
at the back
access
of your
to-
mind. Yeah.
It's impossible, bro.
Yeah.
It's not
Money just
impossible.
unlocks the things you've never had the chance
Bruh,
to do.
Yeah.
That's just it.
And Sasa, if you have already unlocked everything you've always wanted to do, and then your curiosity level spikes.
There's just levels. Bro, if you're speaking, if you're heterosexual, I don't think you'll be curious about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
not-
it will be about your sexuality.
yeah.
Got you.
You'll go in the submersible. You know those bad decisions. You'll go to space.
Yeah.
You'll just have mansions that you've not visited in 4 years. You know, you go build a hugest castle in your village. Such things. You'd buy crazy cars. Like you'd be there auctioning for the rare models of cars that are super expensive that no one even understands why. I don't think it would get to it won't be about your sexuality.
Got you.
You'd have all the threesomes. You'll pay for
Yeah, like
all
you'll
the
have
hoes you
babes
want.
on
You'll do all
demand.
that.
It's like-
But I don't think you'll get to the point where you're like, now you want to try men. Unless it was just underlying.
Yeah, makes sense.
I agree.
But Hollywood on Anishtua, bro. I'm like,
Wanakushtua.
let's just make it in Kenya, bro. Hollywood, let's just go visit Hollywood and live quickly.
Tufanye hivi.
Actually go on a Monday, come back on Thursday. If the weekend finds you there, Mwass. Wendo na ugopea.
But what about observing? Just observing. Yani kushangaa tu. Not even observing for pleasure.
Yeah.
Like kukwe, yani kwangu kweli.
Hapana, sitaki.
Yo, the stories from Hollywood don't scare you, bro.
They do.
They do.
Hollywood is insane, bro. I don't know how people live there. I now see why people like Joe Rogans were like,
Yeah,
So they went in, they were like in and out, bro.
Quick fast.
Quick fast, bro. Quickie-ish.
Hey.
Hey, bro. Anyway,
Have you guys been following Diddy has been released, acquitted?
no.
No.
I think the what is it called? Prosecution has presented the case. It's finalized. Is it prosecution and defense? I think still. I think we should get the jury now. I think it's gone to the jury now.
Okay.
What am I saying? So prosecution. I know prosecution.
Prosecution
finished
is
their
the accusers.
submission. Defense. I don't know whether the defense also finished. Still. So prosecution finished. So now we're going to defense now. Okay. But what I know is prosecution asked the jury not to consider what is it called? Is it bad?
The fetishes.
No, the RICO
Sex trafficking, I think.
and sex trafficking.
Yeah.
I think they asked them not to consider. Not that they just requested them not to consider, which is weird because if you sat through all those sessions,
That's literally
and
what
this
that
is what was
was.
presented to
Yeah.
you, and then they come and tell you
Don't
consider everything
consider.
else except this.
So now
two.
what's the charge? Sexual assault? Or
I don't know, bro. I wish I read more.
Not
That. Maybe we can cover that
the next
episode
yeah.
with better information. Yeah, because I also just saw headlines.
Yeah.
But I didn't read or listen in to, especially maybe the guys in the West. I'll just
So
go listen
now,
to
wait,
podcasts.
so this is 10 hours ago. He's being charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
No, that is what he was originally being charged with. That is what the case is.
Wait, you can be
So
charged
what
with-
Mwass is asking is now since prosecution wamemaliza presenting, is there a new charge?
the
What
charge?
exactly is the
Yeah.
final charge? But that was what was being charged with earlier. Yeah.
You can be charged with transportation to
Actually,
procure.
cites
Yeah.
the jury. This is 14 hours ago. So I think the defense has already presented their case.
What does that
So
mean?
do we have a date? Huh?
Let me check.
Transportation to procure prostitution is a charge.
Is a charge in the States?
They can just be charged. You're in an Uber, you're going to buy pussy.
There's a lot of people who are saying that, especially when it comes to sex trafficking, that in a blanket definition in the States, it could mean that.
Okay.
But in real sense, it shouldn't be considered sex trafficking. A lot of people have a problem with that clause.
Okay.
Yeah. What I know is the jury is composed of people between 30 and like 70. It's a wide range, which means as well the interpretation. I'm curious to see the interpretation of all these
Gotcha.
things
Yeah.
because it's different generations and they perceive things very differently. Yeah. Did you find anything?
But I'm still scrolling on Patiana like.
Ungeenda to ChatGPT. Me, I don't know why you Google anymore on Google. Because Googling on Google means you have to read articles. ChatGPT goes straight to the answer.
So now,
Yeah.
what? Huh?
We'll circle back there.
Wanasema what happens next is once the jury has come to an unanimous decision, they'll inform the court staff. Then the presiding judge will summon everyone back to court from the jury to give their verdict on each of the charges. If the jury finds Mr. Combs not guilty, he'll be released from custody. If they find him guilty, he'll be sentenced for the charges he's been convicted on. And this could happen immediately, but may also happen sometime after the verdict. And who knows when this verdict will happen. So they're saying it could take a few days of reviewing evidence for the jury to come to a unanimous decision. And if they don't all agree despite extra deliberation, that's what they call a hung jury. It will be declared a mistrial. Then it's up to the prosecution to decide whether it will pursue another trial.
Okay. Well, how do you think it goes? Predictions, Mwass?
It's still too early to decide because there's a lot of power play in play. There's a lot of things I don't understand legally. So I'm just waiting to see it unfold.
Auntie?
Yeah.
I feel like even if he'll get away for some of these charges, I feel like his was a rape and sexual assault because there are still more civil suits. So I don't know.
I think I don't see how, especially the sexual assault and the RICO, those ones I don't think he'll be found, because he'll be found guilty of those.
Yeah.
Clearly from the messages and everything, it was willing participants. No one was coerced or forced into doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like that he'll get away with it. But of course now the physical assault and those physical assaults and maybe part of the RICO, which means that there was other people who were involved who facilitated and helped. Those ones, that one it could be. But the actual sexual assault, I see him getting away with that. I think the defense will be able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that it was all of them participated willingly. Because even the Fricos, the defense was able to show that Casey organized for a bunch of them by herself. Of course, their angle is she feared that she'd face consequences if she didn't. But when you're also on record multiple times, even organizing, even when Didi didn't want to participate in some, she was like, nah, it's my birthday. Like they'll be able to prove that she also voluntarily participated. Yeah. I don't think he's going to get sentenced for all of them.
Yeah, most likely. There's some that they'll...
Would you stay for Africa consensually?
If that's my vibe, why not? Oh, you're asking me now, Chaxy. Would I stay for Africa?
Like randomly,
the way it's been described
tumejipata Hollywood.
Like baby oil, hizo vitu zote. I'll slide out of there very quickly.
Nitakuwa hapo like, I'm here not to participate, but just to shanga.
No.
But I don't think so. I told even my, like, okay, not Didi, but I'm just like, even just here, you'd go to like house parties and things, you see, I'm like, this is not what I want. Like, I don't think, I love being in my house, bro. Yeah, peace of mind.
What's the craziest thing that has ever happened in a house party?
Why would I say that on the podcast?
Okay. We are my check.
But you can tell us yours as we close.
Yeah, mine was at your house.
We shall not discuss that. Wait.
Call police, because what do
mine
you
is
mean?
not that crazy. I've not lived a crazy life, but...
Wait, your craziest parties are the parties in my house?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Like that night, everyone got tattoos. I was just, tunafanya nini?
Those are the craziest nights.
Imagine.
Hey, good for you, bro. Those were such regular nights,
What?
Bro. Yeah.
So you didn't call me for the real parties?
Because the real parties never existed in my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my house, those were just regular, bro. Sasa, doing benders and tattoos and all those. Like, there's nothing you'd say we did that was okay. That it's too extreme. We just
hey,
too extreme.
Ilikuwa during COVID, so even movement was limited. So you want to leave, but
there's nothing that you want to leave at movement is limited. You just knew you weren't leaving the weekend.
Unaingia tu kwa nyumba imechorwa matiti, watu wanachorwa tattoos. Sijui.
We lived, bro. Anyway, episode 2, we're done. Anyway. Episode 273, we are.
My J!
Over 26. This is
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26.
Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.